Welcome back to Psychology 545. I'm Dr. Harry Beeman, and this video is devoted to the Learning Team Charter. In this video, we're going to be talking about the purpose of the Learning Team Charter, the process for completing it, specifically expectations for time management and participation, and we'll conclude with why all of this is important. The purpose is primarily to develop effective collaboration within the team. And this is important because throughout your career you're going to be collaborating with other behavioral health professionals. Even those of us that work in private practice continue to collaborate, so building effective collaborative skills is very, very important. In addition, we need to document agreed upon processes, timelines, and consequences. Encourage equal participation, which also helps to reduce frustration. It's important that you use the form that I have posted in the main form. Please don't use a Learning Team Charter from any other source, for example, from a previous class. I have specific questions built into the form that we're going to be talking about in just a second. The other thing that's important that may deviate from previous Learning Team experiences is that on your charter, I need each individual Learning Team member to put their name under each individual Learning Team Charter objective. So you have to address each objective. I need to know that you all concur and understand. So the first thing that we need to talk about is the expectations for time management. Specifically, at what time of day and which day of the academic week are rough draft sections of the Learning Team assignments due? In addition, subsequently, what time and which day of the week are final draft sections also due? What happens if a Learning Team member doesn't submit their portion on time? Does, for example, someone else do their portion? And if so, does the offending Learning Team member's name appear on the assignment submission? In addition, what are the expectations for participation? For example, how often should a Learning Team member check into the assignment threads in the team forum? Daily? Weekly? And if they don't, what's the consequence for that? Finally, why is this important? Not attending to timelines puts undue stress on other members of the learning team. It reduces the time necessary to completely evaluate and correct an assignment prior to the deadline. It causes other Learning Team members to rush through the completion of the assignment at the last minute, which, as a consequence, reduces the grade because the paper is not going to be of sufficient quality, or it's not going to touch on all the objectives. And finally, it causes frustration, resentment, and conflict within the learning team. Graduate school is hard enough, but having frustration, resentment, and conflict inside of a learning team makes it all that much tougher. I understand that you all have 5,342 things going on at once. You have families, you have schools, you have social obligations, but your graduate program is important. The learning team process is important. It's not unusual for every single class that I've done to have one or two members of a learning team not fully participate, not turn their assignments in or not turn it in on time. And inevitably, I get a call, I get an email, I get communicated to at 11 o'clock at night saying, what do I do? So-and-so hasn't turned in their section yet. Or they turned in their section and it really doesn't address the objectives of their section. This is why it's important to do this on time. You all, each learning team, establishes what the effective time is for turning in a rough draft and turning in a final submission. You have to give yourself enough time to pull together all the different assignment sections, put it in a cohesive, cogent paper so that you can present it on time. So then, what we've done in this video is talked about the purpose of the Learning Team Charter, the process, specifically expectations for time management, participation, and concluded with why this is important. The next video covers the Ethics Awareness Inventory paper. Thank you.